Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your new moon in Aquarius message, a solar eclipse active on the 17th of this month. I've laid out a couple of horoscope oracle cards, and we're going to get started with those. From the Soul's Journey, I pulled Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Wow, this conjures up incredible worlds of, swirling. It's hard to put into words. It's a visual image of a creative, imaginative experience. So I'm reading that as a kind of unleashing of creative energy, and that always feels, particularly with you, Scorpio, to be fueled by the kind of deep work you've been doing with your subconscious energies. This often relates to meditation practices, prayer practices, journaling, dream journaling, in particular, working with your dreams, or actually working with a counselor, an assistant, a therapist, a doctor, someone who is helping to dislodge blocks that you have been carrying for a while. And those blocks are almost like a hot air balloon being unmoored from its anchor. So this feels incredibly rich. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This feels like life work for many of you, freeing yourself to explore this very rich realm of your life. From the Egyptian Sacred Animals Oracle, I pulled the Sacred Beetle, number 7, which is parallel to the Higher Arcana card, the Chariot. And that is clearly about marshaling the powerful conscious energies within towards a specific goal. The Sacred Beetle keywords are cycle and regeneration. One of the most important meanings of the Sacred Beetle is that of eternal rebirth, as it burrows into the earth and then emerges with its eggs, thus representing the eternal cycle of life. As a symbol of the sun rising every day, it evokes the myth of the sun god Ra, who is reborn every morning. You've reached the end of a stage of life that is no longer suitable. It is time for purification, and you are preparing for a new life. But do not be afraid. The presence of the Sacred Beetle protects you. The next step is not nothingness, but a new beginning. When it comes to emotional ties, there are better ways to build stronger relationships and grow in life. Remember that trying new things is the best way to progress and evolve. You will soon be rewarded. Very scorpionic, right? Very Plutonian, which I have to say is such a powerful emblem of the kind of work that you're doing. The idea of revolution, regeneration is tied up with this idea of going deep and rising again, or of Ra crossing the sky in his boat with the sun, carrying it through the day, and then going into the underworld at night to rise again the next morning. So these are powerful creative images I feel may be relevant for you in whatever kind of work you're attempting to accomplish or stabilize, secure for yourself. These become themes or images that adhere to some kind of a creative process for many of you. In the present, 2 cards pulled out, the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. This is describing some of those significant obstacles, some of those significant blocks or anchors that have weighed you down, that haven't held you down or grounded you, but have kept you from pursuing those flights of imagination, those creative pursuits, which are deeply embedded in your psyche. They're tied to your life purpose. They are tied to your continual journey through the underworld, through your subconscious. And to that end, you are recognizing that you're at a crossroads now. You've gone through this cycle of clearing, of digging, of understanding, of explaining to yourself some of the obstacles and experiences you've come to take full responsibility for. But you're beyond that place. You're beyond a place of rationalizing your efforts. You're really to a place where you understand that you are further empowered on your path of purpose and that you have a choice. And that choice doesn't feel to me one that you consciously make. It's one that you've intuitively been compelled towards because of the nature of your energy, your desire, your will. And that is this, what appears to others to be a blind pursuit of your truth, a blind pursuit of what is just and fair for not only you, what you are worthy and deserving of, but in the world. How does your knowledge, your character, your creativity enact itself in the world to bring greater justice? In the past, we have the Hierophant, and this is very much about describing your approach to the gathering of knowledge, the gaining of knowledge, that knowledge is something that is like bread and water for you. Learning about the extent, the breadth, not only of the world, but of yourself as you are a microcosm of the world, is what is growing and fueling your imagination as well as your journeys into the subconscious mind to better understand the pieces of who you are. This is about the story you tell, the way you talk to yourself, the way others talk to you, the way you pursue and seek the words, the language of love, of creativity, of justice in the world. Many of you are teachers, whether you are official teachers or not. You understand that everything you do as a creative process can be described, can be shared, can model this same process of achievement for others. But it is a language of your own creation. And this feels as though a momentous opportunity for you to record that, document that. All of the energy here is about language. It's about words. It's about words having power. And I am words as magic. They stimulate the imagination and your creativity, as well as convey powerful ideas. Ideas that can't be stolen, that can't be changed once you grasp and understand them and share them with others. No amount of book burning can erase the knowledge that we hold as a culture. In the future, the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands, you are moving towards the establishment, the action of your beliefs, activating your faith in the world, your faith in what is right, and taking this opportunity to allow yourself to see things from a new perspective. As you are not on a new journey for you, you've been on this journey all your life, but you understand it in new terms now. Others no longer have the possibility to block or deny who you are, nor the action, the effort you continue to expend on learning more, experiencing more, exposing yourself to more so that you can grow. And because you're so invested in the way that you learn, the way that you grow, the way that you create, this becomes the motivation for you to approach the same behaviors, actions you've often taken to manifest your desires in a newly inspired way. You understand and see yourself as a part of something very big. And in the past, you may have seen yourself as more of an outlier, more of someone who was marginal to a community you felt a part of. And you can still have that experience and know that at the same time you are part of something global, massive, and you can hold that truth at the same time. And this is part of this evolving consciousness that you are developing. The idea that not contradictory truths, but more than one truth can be held and appreciated. There's no need to take sides. There is only this desire on your part to truly understand with compassion your experiences, to mine the positive, the good, the value of an experience that may have been painful. That's part of the journey, and one that you are willing to take. If this journey, it may feel like a journey. If this reading is resonating with you, please like this video, share it, comment on it, subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for being here with me. And I'm going to clarify the Hierophant in the past, and 2 cards flipped out. So I'm a big fan in this moment of taking all the cards. So the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Strength card. I definitely see immediately this ability to drop the former sense of obligation to the care of others, the sense of responsibility, the sense of prioritizing the needs of others over your own is something you are releasing. And this is not always because you just don't feel like you need to do things for others. You're not abandoning others. You're instead putting yourself as the priority, recognizing that if you are not full, if you are not healthy and whole and pursuing your dreams, you are of little value to others. And this is part of the evolution you are experiencing that mirrors the revolution that's occurring in the world. The King of Swords is your mastery of the spoken word, the written word, mastery of language. This is really reinforced over and over again. This mastery is what has held you to an authenticity to your goals and desires, what has helped you to weather difficulties, a sense of eternal obligation to others, the caretaking, even as a parent, that is burdensome, overwhelming at times, one we never really relinquish, but not thankfully in the detail and material requirements of children as they're young. So this is reaffirming your power of the word, of language, of your desire to be open to the language, the truth, the justice, the needs of others, in exploring your own. In the present, the 2 of Swords, oh dear, we're not going to take all those. The 2 of Swords, the 7 of Swords are clarified by the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Lovely. Well, I almost feel like you've covered the waterfront here. And that can relate to your life experience as well as your ability to manage the abundance that you have. I do feel that you are invested in love, imagination, creativity, care, and attention, not only to individuals, but to those themes of love, those themes of unity, of abundance for all, the sense of enough for everyone. And this is really what is being communicated to me at this moment, that you understand that the world is already bountiful. The world is already brimming with all that everyone could possibly need. And so that realization, that flow of life in the universe that has cultivated and nurtured your own creative abilities, your own growth, is the same faith and belief, love that you see manifested in the world that creates the same sense of care, attention, nurturance for everyone. And that's what you want to be a part of. You want to be a part of building that care, that access to opportunities, tools, knowledge, the sense of worthiness that is a human right. And in the future, the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands are clarified by the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. It seems to me that you have often, well, where many of us are getting these cards, this ability to activate your desire to grow, your inspiration, this just gets bigger and bigger all the time. And in some ways, I feel like it's part of what pulls you through these deep dives that you do into the underworld. So here, your sense of wanting more support, wanting more love comes from a valid place, comes from a place that you know is expansive, that is eternal. And as you've learned to practice that support for yourself, not just for others, you are in a position now to consider what support works best for you now. I don't feel that you're lacking anything. I don't feel that that is the case at all. I feel that you are always and eternally so tapped into the world that it is hard for you to filter the appropriate information that you need in the moment. I feel you trying hard to hold fast against the tide, that you feel hamstringed in some ways by your allegiance, your investment, as an example, in the American dream, that your possession of some small comforts are something that you continually struggle and strategize to make of present use to yourself, to not allow it to be something that is burdensome. And to that end, you are willing to try anything. You're flexible, and that you understand that really you know all that is need to be known. It doesn't blight your desire for adventure, for growth, for learning, and for exposure, for sharing what you know with the world, but it does it's a constant reminder, because of your hypersensitivity to information and activity in the world, the behaviors of others, that can be rough, that can be rugged, that can be raw as you experience them. You are constantly pulled back in to that place of knowing within you, the knowledge, the wisdom that you bring with you in this world. You're here as a warrior of light. And that's what allows you to evaluate the many opportunities that are available to you. I'm going to clarify finally with a crystal oracle, and that looks like an aquamarine. Yes, and the key word is communication. I communicate with ease and grace. Yes, you wordsmith, you. Thank you so much, Scorpio. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, namaste.